In this video, I'm going to share steps on how to shoot like a pro. This would help videographers to enhance the quality of their videos and lectures or interviews. The full video can be found on my blog and my YouTube channel, Lectures 360, but here is a condensed version. Before I start with the 7-step process, I would like to break the whole process of video making into 3 units. First unit is pre-production, which is the preparatory phase. Second is the production phase, and the production phase in which you will be getting your video final published thing. So let's discuss first the pre-production step. In this process, 2 things are very important: concept and your audience. So first thing first, what is the purpose of your video production and who is your audience? We like to call this the discovery phase, and it is a crucial video production process step where we team up and decide the best approach to reach your goals. In production and its preparatory phase, we get everything squared before filming to ensure quality and efficiency. Part of this process is also the preparing the script, so we know exactly what will go on, when, and where. That is a shoot schedule. Now moving on to the next unit, that is production phase. This is the fun part. Shooting or producing is the filming and recording of everything you want to say or do. The process that capture the content using top of the line equipment. Now let's discuss the process of the 7 steps in detail. Moving on towards the first step, that is finding the best location. The 2 main things I look for when picking a location: composition and lighting. In simpler terms, whatever looks good. But after walking around and trying out several locations in the studio or in a room, I ended up choosing this location for this video because of the relevancy. Since it is an educational lecture video, so I selected a wall in the background with a more sober look than the other walls I have in this room. The other things are composition and lighting. So a subject can be lit by natural light coming in from the windows, but also notice how the windows and other things create patterns and leading lines in the background. Lastly, I personally don't like placing my subject up against the wall, but rather I like to place my subject farther from the background to create depth, helping me to get the cinematic background blur. Lighting. When you're shooting, you be concerned with audio and lighting. Lighting is a crucial factor for shooting videos at home. People, including you, don't want to watch a video of someone with loud background noise and dim lighting. It makes you feel less authoritative, weakening whatever conversion you're trying to get from your video. There are 2 options when it comes to lighting: find it or buy it. You can use dome lights or LED lights to lift up your subject. Natural lighting is always ideal, and natural lighting with extra lights around you is more ideal, but you don't always have to do that. To shoot with great lighting, find the brightest room in your home or office. This may change throughout the day, and figure out what is the best time to shoot videos. For example, morning light can be the best option. But if you're looking more into a sober dim background with a darker shadowy room, a few small RGB LED lights can do the job. Just what I have in the background, actually in the bookshelf, I placed top and one and the another on the second shelf. Lights I have used in these videos are a ring light facing the subject at some angle. There are 3 front-facing tripods with lamps. One is the larger one and another is the rest 2 are smaller one. Now moving on towards composition part. Composition consists of who is also what is not in your phone. So I remove all of the equipment and junk behind our subject so as to not to distract the viewer. Next, I made sure that our subject was facing towards a key light, looking just off the cameras, and framing him on the rate of thirds. Composition of the room matters a lot. For that, sometimes you need to do a lot of work like painting the room, adding few relevant objects, etc. Like here for this video, I have set up my lighting strategy in a way that I put a lot of light on the subject using 3 lamps along with the ring light, and then I am using this background video. I have also used this artificial plant so that the extra or the blank space on my left will be covered. Now moving on towards the audio. George Lucas said that audio is half of the viewing experience. So don't take audio lightly. No matter how professional your image looks, if your audio is echoey or distorted, your whole production feels amateur. So if you ask me, is there one mic? I tell them, no, there are 2. One is the So another mic, Rode NTG3 boom mic, can also be the best option, but if it is not coming in your budget, then you can always go for the cheap things, at least to get started. So you can use a condenser mic with a pop filter and a windscreen. As a backup, you can also use a lavalier mic under the subject's shirt in the middle of the chest, just in case anything were to go wrong with the main mic. You have just the backup you need. Since I am using an action camera, I am separately recording it because my action camera does not have a very good audio quality, so I am using a condenser mic which is hanging right there, and then I also have this lavalier mic which I am using settings. It depends on what camera you are using. Are you shooting with your smartphone? Usually the videos are shot at 24 fps with a shutter speed of 1/500. I'm using a sports camera, which of course does not give the best quality of video, but at least I can manage with the things because I have compensated with good lighting and with good audio recorders. Like I am using separate audio enhanced. So with that, you can also use 2 cameras, one which will be facing the subject directly, and another camera could be facing the subject at some angle.